Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway. As promised in the last video, today we are going to look at the BR Class 9F Evening Star, and we're going to DCC sound fit it with the Econami Steam, UK Steam 21-pin decoder. And then we're going to look at this decoder and understand how we can program it for different sounds. So I'm not going to go through the unpacking and unboxing of this as I did this with the last one, so let me get this out and we'll have a look at it. I will, however, give you a quick shot of the blurb on the box, so if you want to stop the video and read it, you're more than welcome to. So obviously there's way more detail on this Evening Star than there was on the plain black 9F. When I say detail, I'm talking about the painting and the lining and some of the other components. We also, in the bag here, have nice edged nameplates, which we can add if we need to, and maybe a couple of other additional pieces of accessories in the bag here. So if we actually look at the model, as I say, we got some superb lining along here. The lining on the boiler is just wonderful, as is on the tender. There is a plate here. I don't know if we can see that, but now obviously all of this piping is basically going to be the same between the two models. You can see that, but the lining on the top there on the boiler is just perfect. Brass chimney. Obviously these are spun metal, but this I don't think is. I think it's just painted. It might have been nice for them to have done that. I'm sure the cab is going to have a similar amount of detail to the previous one we looked at. Let me just pull this up a little bit so we can have a look in here. Yeah, and there we go. Yes, we have all the detail in the cab again. I think this one may have the flickering firebox glow, which I don't believe the other one had. And as we look around on the tender, we've got a lot of detail there. We have a plate on the back of the tender there. And let's look at the front of the loco here. And you can see the detail on the smoke box door there. Hopefully, oh, can't really see that well. Here we go. There's maker's plate there. So we have a similar level of detail to the previous 9F in terms of all the separately fitted parts here, but obviously we do have a few more things going on here than we had on the plain black one. I will, before I finish this video, put them side by side so we can look at the two of them together. Okay, so I'm going to get on now and take the tender off and fit that decoder. Won't go through all the detail of doing that. If you want to see that, it's in the other video, which I will show you. I'll put a link above to that video. So as I promised earlier, let's quickly look at them side by side. From this top, apart from the painted bands on the boiler and the chimney detail, they look very similar, although the tenders are different. You can see here that this is a shorter tender in terms of the coal bed. This is longer, and obviously the placement of the filler caps here is different because of that. And there actually is different detail down in between here on the ends of the tender. don't know if you can see with that one. It has the toolbox, also has that sort of round piece in the middle. If we look at this one, you'll see there isn't a toolbox, there isn't that round piece, so it's just definitely different from that point of view. The other major difference that you will see is in the valve gear. If we turn these over, you'll see that on this one, the Evening Star, we have some different components here on the valve gear, and it's not that different, but it is just slightly different. I'm not sure how different it is on the other side. I don't think I really noticed any difference on this side. Very minor. Otherwise, pretty much identical in terms of the layout and the way that they're put together. But anyway, I thought it was interesting just to look at the two side by side. Not sure that I showed this last time, but this is the mini speaker that I was using. Is also from Soundtraxx, and it comes with a baffle. You just pop it off that baffle to put it onto the holder in the tender. So I'm not sure if you can hear this, but I just want to show you how this speaker works. I'm going to just run this on the rolling road. Now if I pull the speaker off this little chamber, probably notice we can hardly hear anything. Put it back on there, and we get a lot more noise. If I show the whistle, and we take it off, so this thing that Hornby did here actually works really, really well. Okay, so as promised here, I'm going to show you how we can program this Econami speaker to have different sounds. I'm not quite sure what it is defaulted to right now, but for example, let's listen to the whistle. And the short whistle. And if we start it up, okay, so I'm going to put the microphone down near the speaker here, so hopefully we can hear it good. So let me try this. I want to make sure it's not too loud. No, I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the book and let's program some CVs. So the whistle, for example, is 120. So let's have a look and see what that is at. Okay, so 120. We can do, if we do a Stania 8F, that's a value of 5. So let's put that in there. And we can go now and see what it sounds like. That sounds like it was the one that we actually had in there. Let's do a standard class 4, which is CV number 6. Now we're seeing the difference. Okay, I think I'm hitting the wrong button after I change them. So let's try this one more time. Let's try the 8F. Okay. And if we try the BR standard class 4, let's see what that one sounds like. Now we're seeing different. Let's try doing a BR standard class 7, which is number 13. We have an L and ER single chime. Okay, so the other thing we can change here is we can change the chuff, right? So let's change the chuff and see what that looks like. So I'm going to use this time CV 123, which is the chuff. It's currently set to 0, which is a BR standard class 5. Let's try a standard class. Sorry, that's a light prairie. Let's try the standard class 5. Okay, let's try the heavy Stania 8F. Now let's try an A4. Let's change the exhaust. We do a 3-cylinder. And let's try a slow wheel slip. So that's really all that's left for me to do here is to kind of look at this and see what I think is going to be the best mix of this. Obviously they don't have an exact for the 9F, but I think if I play around with a few of these things, we'll probably have the right whistle and we'll be very close to the sound that we want. So, but anyway, I just thought it would be interesting to show you what can be done here. So let me set this up with some sounds and we'll put it on the layout. I put together what I think might work. I need to do a little bit of research to just make sure, but I get this whistle and I get this chuff sound. See what that sounds like on the layout. And there is the flickering firebox. Not sure if you could see it when it was running earlier. So I hope you enjoyed that look at the second 9F and the two running together on the layout. I need some help here. If people can tell me what they think about what are the best mix of sounds going to be from those Econami decoders, if anyone has any ideas. And also, I'd like to know exactly what the whistle is, or equivalent whistle is, and make sure I have that correct. You know, I like to run trains. I'm not necessarily a rivet counter, so you know, if it sounds good to me, that's enough. I mean, I'm okay with TTS sound in some scenarios too, but just thought it would be fun to try something different. And these are pretty good economy decoders. Econami is what they're called, but obviously, you know, they're reasonably priced. I think they're about $69, something like that. Anyway, as always, please like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe with that button to the top right, another video to the top left.